paper lovers, it's Sarah, and today is a very exciting day to be on the Scrappy Moms design team. Not only have they released a brand new set of stamps called Spring Fair, but they also just came out with their very first die. So there's going to be a picture over on my blog of these stamps, and I'll put a link down at the bottom. I'll also put a link down to the Scrappy Moms blog. Today, for my first project, I'm going to just be using the die. And it is a pinwheel die, and I'm so excited. This is what the die looks like. And it comes with the circle piece, and this is what cuts out your pinwheel. And I do have a video showing you how to use this with your Cuttlebug and how to put together your pinwheel. It's very, very easy. And I'll put a link to that video also down in the description box, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. What I've made today is a very simple pinwheel banner. And this is the first time I've done this. I wanted to keep it simple, and I'm just super pleased with the way it turned out. For my pattern paper, what I did was I went ahead and used the Teresa Collins Black and White Cricut Imagine cartridge. I wanted to go with the black and white damask theme, and then I wanted some color on it also. And so I'm going to show you quickly what I did. I took a piece of white cardstock that was 3 3/4 by 10 1/4. I do not believe that the width really matters, but the length does matter for what I did. And then I made 3 squares that were 3 by 3 in my Imagine, and I filled it with the damask pattern. And I put my Imagine on print only, so it would just print and not cut out the square. And then I took that piece of paper and I flipped it over, and this is why it matters what size it is this way. It's got to be even all the way around, so that when you flip your paper over on your mat and stick it down, the squares will be in the exact same spot. And then what I did is I just filled the squares with the pink layer, or pink color that's on that cartridge, so that one side of my paper has the damask and the other side has the pink. And then I took those pieces of paper and I took my, my pinwheel die. I'm trying to pick it up. My pinwheel die, and I put it on here and ran it through my Cuttlebug and punched out my paper. And then I assembled my pinwheel, and this is what I got. How cute is this? I'm so excited. So the inside of my pinwheel is the damask, and then the outside is the pink. Really, really cute. I'm so excited about how this turned out. I went ahead and just used this little heart brad because I'm going to be covering this up, and I have lots of these brads, so I didn't really care what the brad looked like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assemble this pinwheel, or decorate this pinwheel, and then we'll put it together with our banner. I'm hoping this will work. Okay, so what I'm using is these 2 types of flowers that I purchased at Michael's, some pink and some black ones. And, excuse me, I'm just going to take a glue dot to attach this black flower to the center right onto my brad. Okay, and then I'm going to grab another glue dot and grab this little pink flower, and that's going to go in the center of my black flower. And I'm just going to use my paper piercer to kind of push everything down. And then I have some black little rhinestones from Michael's, and I'm going to grab this size here. And stick that right in the center of my pink flower. Okay, so it's very simple to put together. Okay, so there's the little pinwheel. Isn't that cute? So I have made 3 of those to go on my banner. And let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to try to do this as best as I can. I am using some black and white baker's twine. This also can be purchased on the Scrappy Moms blog. I believe it's called charcoal. Yeah, it's called charcoal. and I've just laid some out, and some of it's off camera. I'm sorry that you can't see it. And I'm just going to stick, this will be my center pinwheel. Let me move this up a little bit. Okay, this will be my center pinwheel. And then in that jar of black flowers, there was also some glittery ones. I know you probably can't see them in the video, but these flowers are glittery. And so then I just added the darker pink flower in the center and then the bigger rhinestone. And those are going to go right in the center of my pinwheels. And then there's going to be two on the outside that you can't see because it's not in the frame. But so what I've done is I've just laid it out exactly how I want it on my twine, the spacing and everything. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is just flip over my pinwheel and kind of put the twine on top of it. And then on my pinwheels, I am going to use a glue dot. So I just grabbed it with my paper piercer, and I'm going to stick that on the back of my pinwheel, kind of where my brad is. Being careful not to smash my pinwheel. And then I'll just put the twine on top and just press it down. And then because the pinwheel is a little bit heavier, I am just going to put a little piece of tape. Hopefully that'll be enough. So I'll just press that down. Okay, so there's our little pinwheel. For the flowers, I'm just going to use a glue dot. They're very light, and I think a glue dot will hold them. So I'll just turn my little flower over. And I'm not super worried about everything being exactly spaced out. You know, because it's a banner, it's going to be hanging. So it's not going to hang exactly right. So I'm going to try not to get too worried about. Okay, so we'll just stick that on there. I know my finger's going to stick. And if you want, so that you don't have this sticky back, you could just cut out a little piece of cardstock. I'll just show you real quick. Just trim a little piece of cardstock. You can even punch it out with a hole punch if you want, however you want to do it. I need it a little bit smaller. And you can stick it right on the back of that glue dot, so then you don't have a sticky back. Just an idea. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick everything down and then come back and I'll show you how it's all done, how it looks when it's all done. Okay, so there's my banner all put together. It's kind of hard to put it on video how it would lay out, but it was super easy and fun to make, and I'll try to get a good pic of it hanging up so you can see how it lays better when it's hanging. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching, and be sure to check out the Scrappy Moms blog to see what all the other design team members are coming up with. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a blessed day.